Hey guys, Strong South Studios back again. It's Alex.
And it's me, Noah.
And we're finally back with Running the Ropes. It's been a while since we did one of these, I feel like.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to talk about. You know, again, we go away for a few weeks, and suddenly the whole fucking wrestling world explodes. And
right?
News, you know. Can't you guys take a time off like we do, you know?
Exactly. Just relax a little bit.
Well, we're going to be talking about the WWE Network and how excited we are about that. And just excited for that. This has got WrestleMania cards shaping up. Some guys going to WWE. TNA going to Japan. Japan coming over here.
Yeah.
And just a whole bunch of other stuff to talk about. But let's start things off with the news thing that everyone's talking about, kind of, which is the WWE Network being launched last week, and to a pretty successful launch, I'd say.
Yeah.
You know,
they had a few problems, but that's to be expected.
You know, that's the thing. I'm going to start with something that annoyed me, was everyone complaining about the WWE. Oh, it's not working, typical WWE. Oh my god. It's like, you do realize that like hundreds of thousands of people are trying to use this content right now, and they just launched it. It's only been a week, and people are still bitching about this thing. Give it a little bit of time, guys, you know.
Why is that just like WWE? They're usually pretty good about their content.
Well, you know, yeah, but like, you know, even that, it's like, you know, it's a lot of content, you know, and like, it's something that everyone's using right now.
Right. Plus, I mean, if you shilled out the $10 the week it was launched, you're kind of an idiot because they gave you a week free. You should have tested it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. But besides that, I think it's really, really great. I haven't checked that out too much. Like, I've watched a few things. I watched the pre-show for Raw and the backstage pass afterwards, which are pretty cool. And, you know, are nice. They don't have anything groundbreaking, but, you know, fun stuff. But I'm really excited for the WWE Network. I think it's a cool idea, and I'm really happy it's working out well.
I like the idea of being able to see the pay-per-views for cheap.
That's a very good thing.
Because it's hard to pay that much money for lackluster pay-per-views when
hopefully the quality doesn't go down, but
that's a risk.
Yeah.
But secondly, I'm just happy to have all that content that I can go back and watch.
Yeah, it's great.
I sat down and watched a few Taz matches recently.
How is it?
It's awesome, and I definitely see the similarities to Joe. I mean,
I
mean, it's obvious, but when you see it, you're like, I guess I didn't realize how they could be in a tag team.
I've actually never really watched any of Joe's or Taz's old ECW matches. Really, I never really watched any old ECW stuff. I've been meaning to, but whatever.
You have the chance.
I know, but I'm working on other stuff. Like, you know, way behind on other shit. But let's talk about the big thing that's coming up, which is obviously WrestleMania, which is the card is shaping up more and more. Looks like we're going to be seeing Daniel Bryan versus Triple H in the main event, probably. Which, hey, I'm all for as long as Bryan wins, and as long as it's the main event.
Exactly. I mean,
you know, I understand, but there's been a theory, like, some people think that he might work double duty, he might wrestle them in that Triple H match and then wrestle in the main event for the title. Wouldn't shock me, but
I would prefer that. I don't see it happening.
Yeah,
like you said, it wouldn't shock me, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, it just seems like something that WWE doesn't do. You know what I mean? Like, they don't, especially for WrestleMania too.
Then again, if Triple H is going to lose, somebody else better lose too. You know?
Yeah. But like I said, if Daniel Bryan and Triple H is the main event and Bryan wins, then like I'll be like, okay, you know, then put the belt right on Bryan next pay per view, basically.
Right.
You know.
And my main reason to why I don't think that he will do both is because I find it hard to believe that Triple H will have a match with Bryan and will agree to let him not be beat up enough to go out and have a match with two other guys.
You know, you never know. You never know.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
I just don't want people getting their hopes up because it's been 6 months of everybody saying just wait, just wait.
I know.
So,
but I tell you, man. But like the one thing that makes me think that something like that's going to happen is because Batista turned heel, shocking no one, and actually he's done a pretty good job being fucking annoying for one thing as a heel.
He just has to be himself.
Yeah, that's exactly.
All he has done as a heel is say the things that he really thinks.
Which I'm going to talk about that in a second. But you know, he's a heel. Orton's a heel. It's like, you know, you kind of can't have a heel on heel at WrestleMania for the belts. And plus, like, they haven't really built up this match at all. I mean, they didn't have any segments on last week or this week. You know,
the thing is about a heel versus heel match. Like, if you do that, it has to be people that the crowd actually kind of likes.
Yeah, like the Shield and Wyatt, man.
Yeah, but if it's two guys that they really don't want either guy to win.
Yeah, it ain't gonna work.
Right, exactly. You have to have a match where part of the crowd wants somebody to win.
Yeah.
You can't.
But I don't know. Well, and like Monday Night on Raw, Bryan got attacked by both Orton and Batista. So I'm thinking that maybe it's possible.
Yeah, it does seem possible.
But who knows?
Another Raw, since you
Yeah,
brought up Raw, another Raw that ended with Daniel Bryan getting his ass beaten again. I just feel like there's really no need to keep this up.
I know.
Get it. Like, I understand the story.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, listen, if you're going to do this, well, they made him look pretty tough because, like, one, he got beat up by the champion, the challenger, and then, Triple H. And he still was kicking Triple H in the head, which was pretty funny.
That was cool.
That was awesome. That was just great. Like, are you done yet? Oh, just like
so awesome.
So I get it, and again, it's like I'm kind of in the mood, like, okay, I'm gonna accept all this. Just lose at Mania. That if you lose at Mania, it's all good. If not, we'll discuss that later. But again, I hate the wait and see thing. I know it's been frustrating, but it's like at this point, WrestleMania season, it is like the point of like you just gotta wait and see.
It's now or never, though.
Yeah, I know.
This WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
No wait and see. You can't say, "Oh, look what happened at WrestleMania." Wait and see. No, WrestleMania is the
is the deadline.
Yeah, it has to happen.
If Bryan does not win the belt or beat Triple H or both at WrestleMania, you might as well write him out of WWE. You might as well, because he's never. It's over. Like it'd be done.
I'm sure that the fans will stay behind him.
Yeah, but the fans are going to destroy the product.
Yeah, the fans are just going to turn on it, because what is the point of watching 6 months of a story just to
continue to get your hopes up?
It's a slap in the face. It
exactly.
Really is.
Like I said, WrestleMania is the last deadline. If Bryan does not get his revenge and get his triumphant moment at WrestleMania, you might as well stop watching WWE. If you're a Daniel Bryan fan, you might as well stop watching, because it ain't gonna change.
Yeah,
that's my opinion. Let's talk about something else positive, which is Undertaker Lesnar.
Yes, that's gonna be that looks like a good match. Obviously, that's
Undertaker comeback was pretty awesome. I never get tired of Undertaker returning.
No,
goosebumps every time, man.
And honestly, when I was watching, I was like, when he handed the pen to Taker, when I first watched that, I was like, if Taker just signs that damn contract, I'm gonna be super annoyed. So when what went down I was pretty happy with it. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Although I was supposed to be like, what did Undertaker choke Sam through a table? Makes Lesnar look weak. It's like, shut the fuck up.
How does that make Lesnar look weak?
He got stabbed with a pen and then got chokeslammed, and plus it's the fucking Undertaker. Right. I mean, Lesnar's gonna look weak. Lesnar's allowed to look weak against the Undertaker, who's basically God in the WWE.
Right. Plus, it was like an attack on him.
He wasn't
expecting
exactly.
it.
It's like, shut the fuck up.
It's not like he had his hands behind his back and was waiting for it to happen.
Shut the fuck up. Just let But I'm nervous for that match, but excited. It's kind of like with Punk and Lesnar. It's like I'm nervous for what's gonna happen, and Undertaker might get fucked up. Yeah. But it's like we're gonna see a war, and it's gonna be awesome.
But the thing is, whatever Taker has left, you're gonna see it.
Oh man,
all of it.
I'm ready for if Taker's gonna go out there full tank. He's like,
He's gonna have to fight back.
Dude, you don't think Taker's gonna just sit there and take it?
No, I don't think he's gonna have the option to. No. He's gonna have to fight back.
I think that's one reason Heyman might be out there. Just he's gonna try to keep Lesnar in line.
Right.
It's like, Lesnar, don't kill him.
It's been subtle. It's not the best Taker build. I felt like in years past, there's been really cool stories.
It's only been 2 weeks, so give it time.
Yeah. The only thing is it's reached a point where you don't need to build. This is a match, especially this match. You don't need to build this.
You put it on paper, it's like it writes itself. Yeah. And Heyman did a great promo building up, kind of like how the idea of Taker, you beat CM Punk, you made him lose his faith in me, kind of, and I'm gonna send Brock Lesnar to destroy you, finally destroy the streak. Heyman kind of
I loved that promo because of that point when he talked about last year's WrestleMania, because in WWE especially, everybody has such a short memory. Nobody remembers anything, and so when a guy can think back to a year ago or a year and a half ago and be like, this moment is a reason or was a catalyst, then you're like, wow, that it all makes sense.
And last year people were talking okay, hey, Punk versus Taker this year, next year Lesnar versus Taker, so it's and they did it. So hey, good job.
That's about. I think for me, that's really the only match on the card that I'm really wanting to see.
Yeah,
I mean, Bryan and Triple H. I'm positive that's going to be a good, great
Oh,
match. Dream match, no, but I'll take it for.
Cena versus Bryan, or Cena versus Bray Wyatt could be very good, I think.
Could be good. I don't think they needed to injure Cena. I feel like that's just another way to.
I think Cena might actually legitimately be a little bit hurt. So.
Well, that was an angle that was planned.
Yeah.
But
you know how they. But like, I do like the idea, like Bray Wyatt, like with the promo he cut on Monday, where he basically said like, how you're a wounded champion horse or whatever, and you just keep fighting, and like. Kind of like, basically, like, I like the idea of Bray Wyatt kind of looking at Cena like, like, you're an old champion horse, but, your time's done. You got time to put you out to pasture,
Yeah, that is cool.
So,
I just feel like it gives an excuse for us to see another Cena match where he just lays around and gets his ass kicked until he comes back.
But,
so
again, it's one of those things. But, like, I really think that if they build this feud up right, it could be really good.
Yeah,
or it could just be another classic Cena feud where he beats a guy.
Sure. And sometimes, and a great example of this happened a couple weeks ago, where Cena can get beat up for a full match.
Yeah.
And then come back, and it's still good. It happened with Lesnar, and it happened a couple weeks ago with Claudio, and that match was awesome.
That was one of the best matches all year.
Oh yeah.
Cesaro.
That was his breakout match. Right
that match, and then. Like 2 days later, he had that match with Sami Zayn at NXT.
Yeah.
Which was fucking unbelievable. We'll get to that in a minute. But, I'll say right now, like the 3 matches for Mania I'm looking forward to, Cena and Bray Wyatt, which just because I'm kind of curious, like, what's going to happen with that match. Taker Lesnar, and probably Triple H Bryan. Those are matches I'm honestly can say I'm kind of excited for, and I'm looking forward to see what they do with those. Orton and Batista, I don't give a fuck about that.
Not at all.
No. I don't think anyone does.
Actually, the only reason I look forward to this match is because I can't wait to see what the crowd does.
Oh my god, that crowd is going to destroy that match.
I really hope so.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
I hope it's the main event and the crowd just stands up and walks out.
I would. It's like I got my money's worth out here.
Right.
All right. Well, let's switching gear. Well, we got to talk about the CM Punk situation, which I think we can kind of close the book on that whole thing.
Yes,
it's kind of a done deal, folks. I don't think CM Punk's coming back. I think Punk is done with wrestling, at least for the time being.
Yep.
And and I don't think
if he's not coming back for Mania, he ain't coming back for Extreme Rules. I mean, so he's gone.
Yep. He didn't come back for Chicago. If they were gonna bring him back, he'd be there, and they didn't. They did a good job. They did a pretty good job of like kind of covering up for him though, not being there.
Yeah, it was kind of a slap in the face of the crowd.
Oh yeah, but it's like, hey, Punk did leave, the WWE. It wasn't the other way around. WWE didn't fire him, So, to say it's a slap in the face of the crowd, it's like more like, well, hey, like they're trying to make it up to you, kind of.
Well, I mean,
they did poke fun at it.
Yeah, the tease.
But
that was
that's Heyman. Heyman was the only guy I think could have got away with that. If it was Triple H or Bad News Barrett, it would have been bad. But Heyman can do it. I think
it worked. It was fine.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think we can close the book on the CM Punk thing. He ain't come back. And so, can we stop the CM Punk chants, please? They got really fucking annoying during the show.
Actually, I don't mind them because I think that it's good to remember that there's a reason why the fans are upset. And he was a great example of why all this frustration has built up over time.
I absolutely agree. Be selective about where you do the CM Punk chants. Don't do them during Bryan matches, because Bryan is awesome and we love Bryan. Don't do it during Shield and Wyatt matches. Don't do it during Bray Wyatt promos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do it. The times I do it is when Triple H is out there.
Yeah.
Stephanie's out there.
Yep.
Maybe I was going to say
Batista, Orton.
Yeah, Batista, Orton.
Basically, the old has-beens we don't want in WWE anymore. You can do it during John Cena because John Cena plays it off very nicely.
And I mean, you guys can do it during Sheamus matches because I think it's just kind of gotten to that
Yeah.
point.
I feel bad for Sheamus because he's a guy that actually is talented, but WWE just has booked like shit and has kind of almost ruined this guy's potential.
Yeah, his character is just
turn him heel.
Shit.
Turn him heel.
I know, but how? I don't. He'd still be like that limericky, like,
I don't know.
Oh, I'm a bad Irish dude. Like, who cares?
Have him. I don't want to feud with Bryan. I don't know.
No.
Figure out something.
Put him in a tag team.
With.
I'd say Cesaro, but Cesaro's better than
Yeah, exactly. Put those two in a feud. There you go. I'd like that.
Be alright.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about the event. I watched the whole thing. You watched part of it, which was the NXT ARrival, the very first live show from the WWE Network. That didn't go off with quite as smoothly as they wanted, but I think did a good job of like kind of establishing what we can expect from the WWE Network, and I think did a great job of showing off NXT and like the roster they got. But let's talk about the match that everyone's talking about, which is Cesaro, Sami Zayn, in possibly one of the greatest matches ever put on WWE television.
Yeah, this is an amazing match.
This
is amazing by the standards of their independent matches.
Oh, this was the best match.
This
was the best match they ever had as far as like opponents.
I
Ever.
agree.
I've never seen them have a better match.
And they've had some very, very good matches.
They had a great one at Bola a few years back.
Yes, they did.
So, oh my God, the spots. I mean, like Claudio Cesaro was a fucking beast.
Yeah.
He murdered Sami Zayn with those uppercuts.
The one where Zayn dives through the middle of the turnbuckle for the DDT and he hit him. I've never seen him do that. That was awesome.
Oh my God, that was insane. Just great match. So many great near falls. I was just losing my shit.
The crowd was buying it so well.
I love that NXT crowd, man. They are a super, super hot crowd at every show. They are into everything NXT does. Everything NXT does. Mm-hmm. And that's a great thing. And so that's a great crowd to utilize. The one count. Sami Zayn takes a pop-up European, kicks out at 1, which is like, holy shit. Oh my God, man, that was incredible.
Is it a Yoshi Tonic? Is that what
yes,
he did?
Yoshi Tonic, yeah.
Did the reverse the powerbomb?
Yeah.
Man, that is such an awesome
dude,
spot.
Claudio hits that he is awesome at taking that spot.
Yeah, he really is. And testament to him working with a lot of
high flyers.
Yeah, throughout his career.
And
Lucha style.
Yeah.
Posting up for those guys to be able to do those moves.
Yeah. That comes from like working in Chikara a lot too.
Yes, definitely.
But man, this was amazing. I get this 4.5 stars. I absolutely loved it.
I gotta agree with you, man. This is up there for match of the year too.
Oh, absolutely. It's my number 2 right now, behind the Wyatt family and Shield. But the best part of this match for me was like after the match, Sami Zayn, which he's like the ultimate babyface in my opinion right now. He's great. Reminds me a lot about El Generico,
It's weird.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I guess I could see it.
Somehow. But after the match, Cesaro they do like they were teasing the handshake, and Cesaro just gives him a hug, and just like you could tell like that was like the moment like Cesaro was like telling him like we fucking made it, man. We're here.
And you could see the emotion in Zayn's eyes, and it meant something.
Yeah,
it was a moment.
Yeah, it's like
important.
I think that was like the moment where they realized like that we're gonna make it in this company.
And to me, this match is a good reference point where you can say, hey, you want to check out some new up-and-coming guys, check out this.
Absolutely.
This is a great match. Or you can look at the fans like ourselves, the indie fans, and be like, look at this. This is almost a culmination of what we've been watching.
Yeah.
So it means different things to different people. All around awesome match.
Yeah, there you go. Like that's all you can say. Like to me, it means awesome match.
Yeah.
There you go. What else we can say? And also, I think it's important that the fact that this was Triple H's baby, this was the first match on live on the WWE Network. That's a big moment for those two guys. I mean, that's going to mean a lot to them backstage.
Oh yeah. So
that's good news for them. You didn't watch the rest of the show, but I did, so I'll give you kind of a brief run through. We had this guy Mojo Riley taking on.
This is as far as I got because of these two guys.
Tyler Breeze. I don't know. Tyler Breeze I'm not crazy about, but Mojo Riley, the crowd likes the dude, man, and like. He could work.
I don't know. I don't think a guy who's
he is very like just his size is very awkward.
Yeah.
He's got an awkward shape to him almost. We had Paige and Emma. We had the Ascension taking on Too Cool. I like the Ascension. I see them kind of like as like an old school like Legion of Doom type tag team where they're just two monsters. Like to see them actually take out some real opponents though. Because apparently all they really have is squash matches, which is like you need to. Let them show what they can do. I think it's a real tag team.
That'll only get you so far.
Yeah, but I see some potential in those two guys. Emma and Paige had a great Divas match, probably the best Divas match I've seen on television. Paige had like this awesome finisher, which is like a scorpion crosslock, and like locked her arms, like lift her up, like had her like in a basically. It was pretty freaking impressive.
And I on our last video, I took Emma to task a little bit. And I feel bad about that. Like I might have jumped the gun. I think she's talented in the ring.
Yeah.
And I just didn't like the gimmick. I didn't like the placement.
But I'll say right now though, man. Like when you watched on Monday, people were doing the fucking little dance thing.
It's true. I hate the thing, but it's working.
Exactly.
So I was wrong.
It's not like I'm like I don't get it. It's like, well, the crowd's kind of buying it, so maybe it's working.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, if it's working for her, good, and she's obviously talented in the ring. So.
You're jumping on board.
I was wrong.
Can we mark the date? You know, Noah admits he's wrong about something. We had Alex Rusev do a squash on some, like, just beat the hell out of the
This guy cannot possibly be good. Can he really? Like, can they really believe he's going to be a star?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I see, like, he's not horrible, but it's like, it's just another monster heel. It's like, you know, you need to do something unique with a guy, you know?
Right.
And
when was the last time a foreign-speaking person came in and got really over?
Cesaro.
I mean, yeah, someone who does not speak English. I guess the closest is like Sin Cara, and he was only over because they pushed him to the moon, you know. They did their best for him.
And then we had the ladder match with Adrian Neville versus Bo Dallas. Love Adrian Neville as a worker. I do like Bo Dallas' character. It is just like it is like watching him like nails on a chalkboard. You just want to punch that guy in the face. It's like he's like Justin Bieber. Like he's just so freaking cheerful. It's like, God, I hate you for that. It's weird. But they had a pretty good match. Adrian Neville hit a insane corkscrew shooting star press on a ladder. Yikes. Wasn't the best ladder match ever, but Adrian Neville winning the NXT title was really, really awesome. And hey, congratulations to that guy because he deserves it.
Yeah,
hard worker.
Fantastic.
Well, speaking of NXT, first of all, I want to say, like, just for NXT, like, ARrival, I thought they did a good job of, like, showing one, like, all the matches that were hyped up, delivered. The opener, the Divas match, and the main event, all delivered. And then the rest of the matches were just kind of, like, to set up, like, who these characters are in NXT and, like, to the audience. And I thought that was a smart idea, booking-wise.
Yeah, like you said earlier, I only watched the first match, which was amazing. To me, when I first saw the opening of the show, the presentation, the first thing I thought was, this looks like ROH with TNA's budget. Because that's to me visually, and with the crowd and everything, that's exactly what I would picture ROH to be if they had the money to do that.
Yeah, and it's good.
It's clearly a sample from ROH.
Yeah.
I don't think that could be understated.
Who knows?
I think it's obvious, really.
Okay. I don't
with the WWE Network putting out that, or not network, but the WWE.com putting out the article about ROH and stuff. I think that it's their way to bring in.
Yeah, we never talked about that. Do you want to talk about that real quick? That article, or is it just kind of old news?
I think we.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't need to.
Okay. Well, speaking of NXT, real quick, there's a few guys there's a guy who got signed, which we are super happy about. Drake Younger has been signed by the WWE, man. Hey, we're so happy, man. Yes. It's just like this could not be understated, man. I was not a huge fan of Drake Younger early on in his career because he did CZW stuff only, really.
Death matches.
But like when he came into PWG, I'm like, I saw this guy wrestle, I'm like, this guy can really go. And like the more and more I watch him, I'm like, this guy's good. And just like I became a Drake Younger fan.
I became a big mark for him. And from his PWG stuff, I just remember I'd borrow the DVDs from you and I'd be like, Drake, I'm ready. I want to see the Drake match. PWG, as we said, is awesome top to bottom. I want to see the Drake match. Yeah, man.
That feud with Sami Callihan was awesome. And just, man, Drake is just so awesome. He's a great babyface. He's just
a great guy.
If you've ever seen a video with this guy, watch the Kevin Steen show with him. He is just the most happiest, fun-loving, positive. You cannot watch this guy without feeling happy and just like smiling and just like you want to give him a hug,
we got to meet him.
Yeah, we're gonna try to meet him. His last booking will be like in late May, so if you're if anyone hears about him coming near Michigan, please let us know because we want to meet Drake Younger, man. We want to meet Drake Younger. We want to experience it live, man. We want to just oh my god, man. We love Drake Younger so much. So congratulations to you, brother. We love you, man.
Right, he really deserves this. Really deserves it. Nobody deserves it more.
Oh, absolutely, man. I love Drake. And also, Roddy and Kevin Steen are getting NXT trial matches, I think this week or something like that.
Okay.
So,
good for them. I really hope the best for both of those guys.
I don't know if Roddy would be cool in the WWE, although I think he's kind of...
I don't think he'll make
He's too small.
He's too small, and he still doesn't have it on the mic.
Yeah,
let's be
bro,
honest.
he doesn't really have it. But Kevin Steen, man, if Kevin Steen got signed to the WWE, I'd be the happiest fucking guy on the planet. Kevin Steen was the guy who really got me into independent wrestling. I love Kevin Steen so much. I think he is just amazing. And also, it would be the biggest FU to Jim Cornette ever if Kevin Steen got signed and became a millionaire.
And I think that even if Steen was in NXT, just leave him there, I would be happy because
I would watch.
He deserves to be showcased.
Yeah.
He's a great worker.
He's amazing. Yeah.
On the mic, he's amazing.
Yeah.
We can't say enough. We love the guy.
Kevin Steen is like he's the guy in independent wrestling right now, in my opinion. Like he's everywhere, and he deserves it. He's a great wrestler, great guy too. I met him like once or twice, and he's a really really nice dude. And so I'd love to see Kevin Steen in WWE, but hopefully one day.
Yep.
Quick thing about TNA, I guess. They went over to Japan to do a dual pay-per-view with Wrestle One, which they had a weird thing where the American Wolves beat the Bromans on a house show to win the TNA Tag Team titles.
Why?
Yeah.
Like what? Why? How could you be thinking that's a good idea?
Let me explain to you why this was a bad idea. One, it's a fucking house show. Two, you just gave away the Wolves winning the tag team titles, the big win, the big celebration, to a crowd of probably like 500 people, if that.
Nobody knows it happened.
Yeah.
These are guys they've been building up for months.
And and also,
what are they thinking here?
So like you just threw away money. Like people would have paid big money to see these guys win the tag team titles.
And somebody said this online, and I really agree with it. And it's kind of been TNA's business model, which is bring someone in, push them to the moon, and then sit back and say, okay, make us money. Well, it doesn't work like that. You have to build them up. You have to give people a reason to tune in.
Yeah, no kidding. Bromans won the titles back on the pay-per-view, which is like, of course they fucking did.
The most point, and they beat the Wolves.
No, they beat the other teams. They never pinned the Wolves, so it's like, still you
hot-shotting the belts.
Yeah, it's like you don't get it. The moment is the team finally winning the belts. It's not the same when they win it back. It doesn't translate.
I mean, isn't like James Storm a good example?
Yeah, it's a great example. Like when he won the belts, like you just wasted a big moment. You put on free television. That should have been a pay-per-view moment. Just so stupid. And also, one of the guys, I can't remember what his name is. He was one that faced AJ Styles for the TNA title when he was doing his tours in like around the world. He won the X Division title, and I guess he's going to be at Lockdown, I think. And also, the Great Mood is going to be at TNA Lockdown, which that's going to be cool. Yeah, it'd be cool. I'm actually pretty excited for TNA Lockdown. That could be a good show.
We always have fun watching TNA pay-per-views because they're they're usually hilarious.
Oh yeah.
So, and Muda.
Yeah.
Seeing him stateside, that's cool.
Yeah, facing Kazarian. Him and two other guys are facing Kazarian and Saban. Oh, I'm sorry. Bad Influence and Saban.
Okay.
Like
that should be good.
That's a whole lot of personality in one match.
Yeah.
So, well, speaking of a company going over to Japan, how about a company coming from Japan to here? This is the news that literally made my weekend a few weeks back, which is that New Japan is finally coming to
America.
Oh. And they're teaming up with ROH.
Oh, that's like a dream come true. How unbelievable.
Yeah, let's go through the list of people who are coming to these two shows, which are going to be taking place in Toronto, Ontario, Canada on May 10th and in New York City at the Hammerstein Ballroom on May 18th. We have the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, the IWGP Intercontinental Champion, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Shinsuke Nakamura, the IWGP Junior Champion, Kota Ibushi, Jado and Gato, Jushin Thunder Liger, Carl Anderson, the Young Bucks, Kushida, and maybe even Alex Shelley because he's doing tour in the U.S. Indies around that time. Holy shit!
That right there, that list of people, that's a stacked card. Now, the other half of the card is all ROH guys.
Yeah, we got Michael Elgin, Adam Cole, Kevin Steen, Chris Hero, AJ Styles, Tommaso Ciampa, the Briscoes, Oh my god, man. I'm marking out just thinking about it.
This is incredible.
This is like this right here, like I'm like, fuck Mania weekend. I don't care about it. this is the shows I'm looking forward to.
Yes. And
we are going there live. We're gonna see it live.
we're going to Toronto.
Oh man, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, May 10th. We're gonna be there. We're gonna see some wrestling, and it's gonna be awesome, man. We're going forward, bro.
This is him. What, months before the show?
Yeah, I am not gonna
mention him there.
Oh my god, man, I'm gonna. And please, if you're coming to the show, man, if you're coming to Toronto for the show, man, feel free to stop by and say hi to us, man.
Yeah,
we're gonna
absolutely.
We're gonna have so much fun. We're just oh my god, I'm channeling my inner Drake here, man. This is
cannot believe
it.
Man. The top guys from New Japan, the company,
the greatest wrestling company in the world, the guys who had 3 match of the year contenders.
The best wrestlers in the world are coming.
Oh my god, and the greatest YouTube channel on the world is going to be in the show.
Unbelievable.
What more do you need, man?
I mean,
and if
it sells itself, really.
Yeah, and also, we've been talking about this, Chikara's coming back to Detroit, man, on June 22nd.
I'm so excited for that, too.
Dude, the Chikara, it's like nothing else, man. It's just, oh my
You are all draked up right now. That's our new...
I'm drinking out, man. I'm drinking out.
That's it.
Oh my god, man, I'm just so excited, man. It's last year was a great year for wrestling, man. This year is gonna be even better.
Yep.
And oh my god, I'm just so excited, man. Fuck Mania weekend. I don't care if I'm missing it this year. I don't care if I never go to Mania again. This right here is gonna be the culmination of my life as a professional wrestling fan. I could die happy after May 10th. Oh my god.
It's hard to even express how exciting this is.
This is the greatest news ever.
I mean, it was groundbreaking and earth-shattering when Kobashi came over, when Misawa came over.
Yeah.
This is like
if Kobashi came over and he brought Nakajima, he brought Kenta, he brought Jun Akiyama, he brought everyone. 10 guys from New Japan, 10 top talent dudes. They're not bringing over Tenkoji or Killer Elite Squad or
just a bunch
Captain
of
All New Japan or whatever.
Yeah.
They're bringing over this is like if John Cena went to New Japan to wrestle.
Yeah, it'd be like if John Cena, Daniel Bryan, Orton,
Punk,
Jericho.
You know, this is huge, man.
Yeah.
And dude, Ring of Honor, man, big fucking thumbs up, man. You get 2 of them, baby. Just oh my god, man. I don't know what kind of deal with the devil they had to make to get this done, and I don't know how much money they had to shell over from Joe Call, but Joe, keep shelling that money out, brother.
And now I'm curious.
Man.
I don't know if they're going to do anything as far as streaming it. They haven't said anything about it.
I know for sure that like we're gonna be buying these DVDs because I want to own these shows, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man.
I have to see this live, so.
Oh, yeah, and
I take the risk of the stream not working.
My only regret is not going to be able to is that we can't do both shows. We can't go to New York too.
Yeah.
That sucks, but whatever. Toronto's always.
If I had to pick a show, I'd want to go to the Toronto show.
Toronto's better, man. We don't.
The crowd is maybe the matches won't be as good, but
we're still gonna see them live.
Yeah,
man.
and the
my god,
the atmosphere, baby.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited now. And like, you got me all jacked up and excited, man. Well, last thing we want to talk about. Well, actually, one more thing, which is AAW is debuting on. I think it's called Maddie TV on Roku or whatever. Okay. And it's gonna be on their YouTube channel too. Please check it out, man. I love AAW. They are awesome. They are like I would probably say the PWG of the Midwest. They bring in everyone. They have a lot of great young talent. Support these guys. These are the guys that are going to be the future of the independent wrestling company, the future of wrestling in a few years. Support these guys. Check them out, please. AAW. They are awesome.
Right on.
They're really good.
Quick thing I wanted to say is I've been watching the ROH TV show.
Yeah.
I think it's been very good this year. They usually have 2 to 3 very solid matches, anywhere from the 3 to 3 3/4 star range. Good. You know, it's might not be up to the level of some of the stuff you see on Raw, but this is fun. It's an hour. It doesn't take very long.
Yeah.
Just check it out.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the Jarrett program, which is that Jeff Jarrett and Toby Keith have keep teasing about some big announcement that's coming, and
it's supposed to be possibly a new wrestling promotion.
I think about this the same thing I do with the CM Punk thing. It's like if it happens, it happens. If not, whatever.
Right. I think that my imagination can run wild when I hear these things. I love all these ideas, but do I trust anybody to actually bring them to fruition?
Especially from Jarrett and Toby Keith.
You know? Yeah, you know, and we've discussed this, how the teasing.
It gets annoying.
Cut that shit.
Yeah.
Like
This is
Jarrett, you're the same guy from TNA. You just gotta stop teasing people because it always turns out to be just like a turd.
I'm up with the philosophy. It's like if you don't tease something that you can't talk about, you know, it's like if you're gonna tease something, like give us, you know, it's like, hey, listen, we're doing this. We can't really talk about the full details, but this is what we're doing. You know, it's like
not like, oh, there's a big announcement.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I could tell you about all the exciting stuff we're doing. It's like just tell us, you know.
Yeah, or just shut the hell up.
Yeah, like, you know, say it like once, like, hey, something big's coming. We're not gonna talk about it right now, but it's gonna, you know, I'll bring it up eventually. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like don't.
Like, I don't want you to know.
Yeah.
But then stop saying it.
Yeah, like for instance, like Ring of Honor had this big New Japan announcement. They teased it like once, like, hey, at this HonorCon, there's gonna be a big announcement. You're gonna want to be there to see it live, you know.
Right.
And that's it. They didn't like keep hyping it up every week, like, oh, you're gonna want to love it. It's like
exactly. The buzz shouldn't be about the pre-announcement build-up. It should be the announcement should create buzz.
Yeah.
Don't worry about all the buzz right now.
Yeah.
Announce it. It'll come after if it's worth a shit.
You know, don't be having people begging for, you know. And I keep seeing, like, I hate having to go on like news sites like newest update about Jeff Jarrett's program wrestling thing. It's like it's still coming. You know, it's like
or like, oh, the announcement that they said wasn't about the wrestling promotion.
yeah,
it's like
just fucking do it already and get it over with, man.
Do it or don't.
Yeah, and we don't really care if they do it or don't.
No.
Well, before we wrap it up, I got a quick thing to announce, which is that, well, me and Justin are doing our top 10 videos of the year, or movies of the year, pretty soon. I still got like a few more left to do. I'm procrastinating. And my top 100 video matches of the year list will be coming out pretty soon. I think I'm going to updo it on our channel. You know, give us some
cool.
Yeah. And it's a long list. I'm up to like 143 matches right now. And I got ROH left and a few from AAW and then some from Noah. And then I'm done. And then I can start working on 2014. I'm a glutton for punishment.
I see that.
But it's fun, man. Yeah, you should do a top 100
Hey.
list.
I don't know if I can keep track of all that.
That's what the laptop's for. All right, well, guys, thank you very much for joining us, and keep tuning in, and we'll be having some reviews out very soon. Hopefully, P2G, All-Star Weekend 10, and New Japan, New Beginnings, finally getting those out. And stay tuned for more. Take care.
Support indie wrestling.
Yes. Bye.